All right, everybody, I'm really excited about this next section. We're going to be building out your marketing plan. Your marketing plan is so foundational, right? Because without marketing, we don't have sales. We don't have commissions. So our marketing plan is a huge part of our business plan. So let's dive into it. The first thing I want to talk about when we're dealing with marketing plans is the environment that we're in now. There's so much static in the world. There's static from all the text messages, all the social media notifications, all the advertisement, right? There is just so much noise in the world. You as a business owner have to understand that. Because if you're going to market, you have to understand that you're speaking into all that static. A really effective marketing plan is going to cut through that static and it's going to penetrate your audience. So let's talk about how to do that. There's lots of business advisors out there that have different strategies. And I don't think any strategy is necessarily right or wrong. I think it's using them all. I think in this point in our world, we need to be kind of utilizing a very broad brushstroke of marketing. And you'll find what marketing speaks more to you than it does to someone else. So again, I don't think there's a right or wrong way per se. I think what we need to be doing a better job of is taking in all of the marketing strategies. So what I want to talk about now is really utilizing these different forms of communication. So again, there's a lot of static in the marketplace right now. And our job as business owners is to cut through that static and really penetrate that audience. So let's get into this. We want to utilize every different form of communication. The broader forms of communication you use, the more chances you're going to connect to one of the members in your audience. So what does that look like? Phone calls, in person, video, email, hard mail. Try to utilize as many different styles of communication as possible to execute your marketing plan. Again, the more diverse your communication style is, the higher probability you have of piercing that static and actually connecting with your audience. So that's one of the first key pillars to really understand at this point. Next, let's get into the doingness, the actual action behind your marketing plan. Now, I can't go through every single line item in our marketing plan. That'll take us hours. Our marketing plans are very diverse and very complicated. So I want to go over some of the what I would consider foundational things to start to teach you how to build your marketing plan as an example. So let's take phone calls. We know in this industry, calling your database is paramount. You should be calling your database at least once per quarter. The next thing is newsletters. You should be sending out a very intelligent newsletter, at least one per quarter, if not more. Videos. Videos should be happening at the same pace as your newsletter, at least one per quarter, if not more. I'd say the bulk of my clients are sending out a newsletter monthly and a video monthly, and what I call a single subject email monthly. A single subject email is a single topic, single focus email. In other words, a very short soundbite, something that doesn't take long to read or to absorb. Very value driven. We know that we have to do some hard mail. Hard mail works really well, especially for the high end. We want to be doing handwritten notes, some hard mail pieces to our database. Works wonderfully. Social media, of course. Social media is a backbone of your marketing plan. You want to make sure you're doing that on a regular basis as well. Another aspect that I'm really passionate about with your marketing plan is going to be your business alliances. I would say when I look at most entrepreneurs that I come across, this is the single most not utilized aspect of their marketing. I don't know why, but it's something that's very underutilized. So let's talk about what a business alliance is. A business alliance is a mutually beneficial relationship between two businesses. So your B2B relationship is a very important relationship to have established. I recommend that every single business owner who's listening to this, you should have at least 20 business alliances. That's about 2 per industry, minimum. So let's cover some of the top industries. I'm looking at business alliances such as CPAs, wealth managers, divorce attorneys, divorce mediators, family law attorneys, interior designers, architects. These are just some of the foundational ones that I think work very, very well. And depending on your market and your niche, there's going to be some other business alliances that are going to show up. So when you're building out your marketing plan, make sure the phone calls are in there, the newsletters are in there, the videos, the single subject emails, handwritten notes and hard mail, your business alliances, events. Events are wonderful. They're so effective. When you look at your return on time and your return on investment, small, quaint events, 10, 15 people, really, really, really effective. Okay, so let's fast forward. There you are. You have built out your marketing plan. The next thing we need to get into is content, because we just talked about action. So we just went over some of the, say, key or foundational actions that you all know you should be doing, right? You know you should be doing what I mentioned. So here's where a lot of business owners go wrong. They haven't determined, they haven't actually set, what are my brand pillars? So let me talk about what that is so that's clear. Let's say I'm a real estate agent in Los Angeles. My brand pillars might be real estate, because that's my industry, community, technology, and lifestyle. So let's say those are my 4 brand pillars. Here's why I need to know that. When I'm pushing out content through social, through newsletters, through videos, phone calls, events, I need to make sure that the content I'm pushing is on brand. I look at thousands and thousands of businesses, and I see their social, I see their videos and all their marketing collateral, and it's all over the place. There is no cohesive brand strategy. Without a cohesive brand strategy, it's like throwing spaghetti on a wall. When you look at the top people in the business, I don't care if it's real estate or any other industry, they have a clear brand and they have a strategy to fulfill on that brand as they push content. So this is something you all need to spend time on. Sit down, focus, and start to understand what are 3 to 6 brand pillars. You don't need more than 6. 6 is definitely a max. So more is not better when it comes to brand pillars. So you need a couple brand pillars that you can stand behind that are authentic to you and that you think your customer base is going to connect with you on. So if technology is one of your brand pillars, which is a good one, it has you feel kind of relevant and with the times. It's something that all of us feel like we don't know enough about, so people are going to be interested in that. And there's an ungodly amount of content on technology that applies to homes. Everything from doorbells, security systems, cameras, there's so much there. So it's easy to find content. So that way, when I'm looking at your social, when I'm looking at your newsletters, your videos, I'm seeing a lot of content being pushed through that. And to talk again a little bit about business alliances and kind of merge this together, video is a really wonderful thing in this day and age. And I know video can be very intimidating, but you got to get past that. At this point in your career, I don't care if you're intimidated by the video, you got to push in and start to do it. One of the best ways to break into video for yourselves, get a business alliance to do it with you. Find a CPA, find a wealth manager, find an interior designer, an architect, and have them do a video jointly with you. They end up promoting it to their database. You can promote it to your database. It's easier to interact on camera. It's a nice way to break into that. All right, so we've talked about marketing plans. We've talked about the pillars behind your brand. Now let's talk about some of the key structures that you need. So just like some of the other structures we've talked about today, you have to start to track your statistics. Every week, every month, and every quarter, you're required to sit down and ask yourselves, what were the statistics of my marketing? How many leads did it generate? What was the effectiveness rate of my newsletters? What was the effectiveness rate of my videos? You have to look at the statistics behind your marketing. If you're not looking at your statistics, you don't know if the time you're spending is working. You don't know if the money you're spending is working. So this is a foundational thing you must be disciplined and do. Build it into your calendar like we talked about earlier. This must be built into your calendar. If you have a team, please do this with your team. You should all sit down again weekly and monthly as a team and review your statistics around your marketing. Review your content that you want to push out. Review the effectiveness that that content is having. Start talking about some of the new strategies and actions you want to try to do. So as you're starting to track statistics, you'll start to see what's working and not working. You can start to adjust strategy. This is what top teams do. This is what top agents do. So build it into your calendar.